Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I absolutely love how it turned out and it would be so good for Halloween if you wanted to recreate it. It's actually really easy. But if you want to see how I created it, then please just keep on watching. So I'm going to start by priming my skin with my MAC strobe cream. This is the pink light, and this is going to give me like a really nice glow from within. And as I'm doing like a wooden doll, like wood obviously has that natural sort of like sheen to it, so this is what this is going to do. For my base, I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Ivory Beige. Now this is very dark for me. Like, it's not my shade whatsoever, but as we are doing a wooden doll, they are kind of like on the orangiest side. So this is going to come in handy. So that's why I'm doing it like a little bit darker, because I don't want it my natural skin tone, just so it gives that wooden effect. So I'm just going to dot this all over my face. Literally everywhere, dot it all over the place. And I'm going to take that down the neck as well, just because we want to be matching. We can't have none of them orange line. And then I'm just going to blend that out with my damp beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques one. Can't speak today. Real Techniques one, and I absolutely love it. One of my favourites. Oh my god, the colour difference. Wow. I actually didn't know I was that pale until just now. Amazing. Pale life. I actually look like an Oompa Loompa. Oh my god. Wow. Then to highlight, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. Now this is in the shade White Out. This is pure white. And as I want certain areas to... Oh my god. It's just too funny. And as I want certain areas to stand out more, that's why I'm going to use the white. So I'm going to put it in the typical areas, which is under my eyes. And I'm going to smile because I want like this area right here to be really sort of like bright and stand out, because as I am going to be a doll, I want really nice rounded cheeks. Put some on my chin, and I'm putting on more than I normally would with a normal concealer. I'm going ham, putting that on my moustache, in the middle of my forehead, again putting more than I usually would, and then straight down the nose. I'm going to put a little bit of that on my brow bone as well, just to make that stand out a little bit more. I literally look like an Oompa Loompa. I'm going to blend that out with my damp beauty sponge as well. And here again, just so I know where my apple of my cheeks is, I'm going to really smile just so I don't blend that out and down too far. So now I'm done with all my creams, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. Now because I don't want this to move anywhere, I'm going to set my whole face with my RCMA Translucent Loose Powder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some into the cap, just because it's easier to get out. And then I'm going to blend out any creases that I have anywhere, like under my eyes. I get bad creases, so I'm just going to blend them out again before I set it. And I'm going to take the other end of the beauty blender and dip that in so it picks up quite a bit. And I'm going to press that underneath. And I'm now going to do this to my whole face. So dip it back into the powder and then press that all over. So this is going to really make sure it's set. So I'm going to start by carving out the shape of my face. Now to do this I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Highlight and Contour palette. Absolutely love this, it's always my go-to palette. Now I'm just going to use this brush by Zoeva. This is the Luxe Crease Finish 126 by Zoeva, but I really like it to sort of like contour with, to get right in there. I'm going to pick up this middle shade to start with, and I'm just going to start to carve out the shape of my cheek. So I'm going to go right into my cheekbone, like right in there. And I'm going to slowly bring it round the shape, and like you need to sort of like keep smiling, like do that really cute face. But you need to sort of keep doing that face just so you can see the shape of your natural cheek, and you need to sort of like follow it round to see how it's going to come up this way. You need to follow that round so it hugs it. I'm going to come in with a smaller brush, but I'm just going to slowly blend that around just so I can see what I'm doing. Come round to the temple area now and right into the hairline. I'm going to follow it all the way around. I'm going to come in now with a smaller brush. This is just one by Morphe. It's just like a fluffy shader brush. And I'm now going to pick up this darker shade, which is the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm going to again go right into the cheekbone, the hollow of the cheekbone, and blend that right down. Just doing circular motions to help me blend it out. And I'm going to bring this right the way around the apple of my cheek, just to sort of make it even rounder. I'm going to take this again closer to my hairline, because we want that sort of like a bit more dimension to it. All the way around. Using a clean brush, I'm going to take that middle shade that I used first, and I'm just going to start to contour my nose. So I'm going to come right into the start of the brow, but I'm going to really sort of like pinch it in. So I'm going to come right close to that brow and come round. Right, so it really makes this a little bit smaller at the top. And I'm going to really over exaggerate this contour, like I really want my nose to be really skinny down the bridge. I'm now going to grab a pencil brush and pick up some more of that middle shade, and I'm going to start to round out the tip of my nose. So I'm going to carry on bringing this down, and then right at the end I'm going to do sort of like a roundish tip. And I'm just going to grab my brush just to blend out those edges, just so it's not as harsh. But I still want these lines here, I still want them harsh, but the outer lines I want a little bit more blended. I'm just going to dip back into that middle shade, just because I want to contour my face just a little bit more. So I'm just going to come down the side of my ear and under my jawline. So really we're creating sort of like a 3 shape. I'm now going to start the eyes, and I'm going to pick up that middle shade just from the same palette, same contour palette. And I'm going to start where I started my nose contour, so I'm just going to bring that round. And I'm bringing it a lot higher than my actual crease. So I'm bringing it quite close to the brow, just so it accentuates and makes my eyes look a lot bigger than they actually are. I'm now going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now this is the eyeshadow palette. Love this, always like my go-to eyeshadow palette. I'm going to take this shade right here. This is on a really thin, precise pencil brush. And I'm just going to deepen up the nose contour just a little bit more, just to accentuate a little bit. I'm going to come right close just to define it and make it even more contoured. As I go up towards the top of my nose, I'm going to start fading it out. Now I'm going to start with the mouth detail. I'm going to pick up the same shade and I'm going to start to create like the puppet sort of doll mouth. So it's very square. So I'm going to come from the corner of my mouth straight out like that. Not too far out, just a little bit. Now just drawing the lines down. Getting them as straight as you can. You can always clean them up if you make a mess. So I'm bringing it straight down, and then as I get to the chin area, I'm going to be bringing it round to follow the natural shape of the chin. And now I'm going to start to give this a little bit of dimension, so picking up the same shade, I'm going to just start to blend that out into the middle of like the chin, everything inwards. I don't want to be blending it outwards, blend it in. Because I want this to look like it's separate from the face. If that makes any sense. So I'm literally just going to go around the whole edge. And then with a bigger pencil brush, just blending that out. Now, just using the same brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the black and a little bit of this darker brown, just to lighten up the black just ever so slightly. And again, I'm going to go around the outside. Just to give that a bit more dimension, because we love dimension. So I'm just adding small bits of black and then blending it out with a bigger pencil brush. I'm just going to take that fluffy blending brush that we used to contour on our cheek, and I'm going to pick up a really small amount of that black, and again a little, just to lighten it up a little bit of that brown. Just because I want to go over my cheek contour a little bit more, because I feel like it needs a bit more dimension. My favourite word. I'm going to put that right into the hollows of my cheekbones. I'm just going to do small circular motions to help me blend it out. I thought that looked so much better than just that. Can you see the difference? It looks so much better. I think anyway. So I'm going to go back round my hairline a little bit more. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to take this white jumbo eyeliner by NYX. This is called Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. And to make my eyes bigger, I'm going to pop this into my waterline. I'm then going to take this smaller white eyeliner. This one's by Morphe. And yes, my dog has chewed it. I recently got a little puppy and she eats and bites everything. I'll insert a picture here. She is so cute. She's a Cavapoo, but she's got more King Charles Cavalier in her, but she is so cute. She's 4 months. So to make my eyes even bigger, I'm just going to map out the shape of them. So I'm going to go right from the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going to bring it out, and I'm going to bring it down further on the outer half of my eye. So again, from the outer corner, I'm going to just make that a little bit bigger. Now I'm just going to go back to my jumbo eye pencil. I've really sort of tried to work that into my lashes as well to kind of like disguise them a little bit. And then I'm going to take this NYX black liquid eyeliner, and to make my eyes look even bigger I'm going to line around what I've just done. So I'm going to line my top lashes to start with. I'm going to get really close to my lash line. And I'm going to line my bottom fake lid. I'm then going to put some mascara on my top lashes, not my bottom, just my top. I'm then going to put some false lashes on my top and on my bottom lashes to accentuate the size of my fake eyes. These are the Ardell Wispies. I love these, favourite. So I'm going to be putting these on my top and my bottom lashes. Now with these ones I'm going to be putting them where I applied that black liner, so not on my actual lashes, below. To create the natural grain in the wood for my face, I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. This is one by Morphe in the shade Richie. And I'm just going to drag this very, very lightly down my face. Not in a straight line, in wiggly lines. You know how like natural wood grains are. They sometimes have little circles in them, and then there's lines going around that circle. So if you want to do it like that, you can. But if you want to get up a picture of Google, if you can't really think of what wood looks like, then you can, and just copy that. I'm just going to take a pencil brush just to buff over those, just to set them back ever so slightly, just because I don't want them as harsh as that. So just using a really light hand, I'm just buffing over the top. And then when it gets to the mouth area, I'm going to do it slightly different. So like I said, there's sometimes a circle in the middle, and then there's like grains following around it, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to try and follow that kind of pattern. And then again, buff over the top just to set it back a little bit. For lipstick, I'm going to use this D&G lipstick in the shade Iconic. And I'm going to apply that to my lips, but creating more of a dull shape to them. So that would be overlining them ever so slightly in the centre. I haven't got a black lip liner, but I'm just going to use this black eyeliner. And to create a bit more dimension, word of the day, I'm just going to line around the outside with this. So this is the final result. I all hope you enjoyed this dull Halloween makeup tutorial. I love how it turned out, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and please don't forget to subscribe. But don't forget to click on the notification bell down below so you'll be notified every time I do new videos.